So, hello, good evening, everyone. Yeah, Dr. Gaurav Rathore, good evening. Dr. Zen, good evening. Bhagyashree is saying good evening. Okay, can you please let me know that whether I am audible and visible to you? Yeah, good evening, Himaru, Nimesh, Taha, Narendra ji, Bhagyashree, Ajay Kumar, Tasmita, okay, Partha, Sathi. Great. So far, 122 people are there. So it's really good to see that enthusiasm of the participants. Yeah, so audible. Thank you, Gayatri ji, for confirming. Yeah, thank you, Bhakti ji. Okay, so dear friends, today we are going to discuss a very important thing. So before starting, all of you might have gone through the schedule. Can anybody let me know in the chat box that what is the title of the today's discussion that I'm going to share with you? Had anybody gone through the schedule that what is there? And dear students, a few of you can open your camera. So that would be coming to it would be interactive session, and then let me tell you that this is going to be a very insightful discussion. Industry's opportunity, okay. Some more guesses. CDM, okay. So some more guesses. PV, Dr. Gaurav Rathore also has opened the camera. Vigilance, yes. Gayatri ji is correct. That entrepreneurship, ideation, market research, and implementation. So before that, around 130 people are there. I would like to know that how many of you would like to have the entrepreneurship, and what do you understand by the meaning of entrepreneurship? When I say entrepreneur, then what is the meaning of? So that I'm just making a ground, and I will be speeding up the session because I have to complete this thing in 30-40 minutes. So would be requesting your responses. So few of you can open your camera. Okay, whether you want to go for the entrepreneurship or not, but merely understanding this concept would help you a lot. And let me tell you, friends, there are some very deep insights and deep principles that are involving in this that I'm going to share with you. And you will not find these principles and these concepts commonly available. Yeah. So let's begin the session. So, dear friends, today I'm going to discuss with you about the entrepreneurship, ideation, its market research, and how to implement that. So, let me share my screen with you and will tell you that what are the topics that we are going to cover today, and whether you are planning to go for the entrepreneurship or not, whether you want to go for the job or to do the entrepreneurship. So, I will be telling you that what are the various avenues in which you can adopt the entrepreneurship aspects. Even if being a student, you can generate your extra source of income also by applying these principles that I am sharing with you. Is it not audible? Somebody is complaining there. So all well?
Sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah.
I think the participant would have to join again once.
Uh-huh. So okay, no issue. Uh, Opportunities in clinical research would be shared by Dr. Shivani. She would be joining after me. So this is the thing. So, dear friends, this would be very useful for you. And if some of you would like to create some entrepreneurship skills and you want to have some additional source of income, even if you are studying, then you also can do this thing because entrepreneurship would be involving a mindset. Yes. So few students have. Thank you, Sonia ji. Thank you, Divya Kishan ji. Thank you, Devendra ji. Nimesh Das. You have opened your cameras on my request. So let me share my screen with you, and I will be sharing with you that what are the topics that I'm going to share with you. So all of you are able to see my screen. Please let me know. Yes. So in between, if any issue is there, then please let me know. So that let's understand what are the topics to be covered today in this session. So I again welcome you all to this session where I will be sharing with you that entrepreneurship ideation, market research, and how to implement that. And today we are going to discuss about the topics that what is it, what is the meaning of entrepreneurship, then what are the skills that are required for a person who want to adopt the entrepreneurship ventures, then what are the two factors which are vital for the entrepreneur to be that one entrepreneur has to understand. Then we will be discussing about that what are the entrepreneur avenues that are available for the pharma graduates particularly. And then we'll be discussing about the 5P principles. That is, the 5P principle is a very important thing that you have to put into that. Then by the entrepreneurship, we want to generate some money. And then what is the money concept. Along with that, what is your relationship with the money, that I will be sharing with you. And then at the end, I will be sharing with you the 9-step plan to develop entrepreneurship venture. And we'll also tell you that what are the other things that you can learn with this. So if all of you are ready for this particular thing, please let me know in the chat box. Yes, ready to learn these topics. I will be covering in 30 to 40 minutes. I would be requiring your undivided attention so that you can understand the concepts in between fully. So yes, everybody is ready to learn. So thank you very much, everyone. And let me share my screen with you. And next slides. So what entrepreneurship actually is? So who is the entrepreneur basically? Entrepreneur is a person who identify the need of the market, then who is developing a product or solution for that need, and the person who is ready to spend who is ready to take the financial ventures. It is investing, then it is earning, it is you can say expanding the business. Multiple things are there. So let's understand the first thing, that is the need. Are you able to see my whiteboard? There's a blackboard. Yes, Divya Krishan, I can see you, that you can show your thumbs up. Yeah. Just a moment. So the need, what this need involves, that need means that there is a problem. There are 3 components in the need. Then there is that who are the people who are facing the problem, and then there you are having a product or a process to solve the problem. This is the need that you are justifying or satisfying. That who are the people facing this problem is known as a persona. Because I have seen many times that people they are saying that yes, I want to develop an entrepreneurship aspect. I want to develop entrepreneurship, my business, my own business. I do not want to work under anybody else. I do not want to work under somebody. Somebody give me order. I do not like this thing. So for that particular thing, that one has to be very, very clear that why one want to have the entrepreneurship venture to be. So I would request to all of the participants, those who are having questions. I do understand that this is a very intriguing topic, and then people would be having the questions. But I would suggest you that keep writing your questions. I will be answering those things at the end of your session. Right? So this is the meaning of the need. Then there are people who will developing the product or process for this particular thing, and then they will be applying certain financial aspects in that. So entrepreneurship skills, let's come for the second topic. So this is the meaning of the entrepreneurship. This is having the components. One component is that we have discussed. What is happening here? Yeah. Okay. Then what entrepreneurship is, we understood. Then what are the skill sets which are required to become the entrepreneur? So entrepreneur should be having the particular skills, like he should be having the innovative thinking. You might have heard one saying that innovators, the entrepreneurs or the successful people do not do the different thing. They do the things differently. Then the person must be having the perseverance, that despite of hurdles, that person should be having continuation. Then he should be having a vision. He should be basically one of the very, very clear that what he want to do. I want to create a business. What type of business? So you would be having the clarity by the end of the session that if you are having certain skills in that, or certain seed inside your brain that you want to develop some entrepreneurship venture, then you can do this thing. Then what are the 2 factors which are necessary for the entrepreneur to understand? The 2 factors which I will writing here. One is the knowledge, and second one is the skills and mindset. So dear friends, how many of you think that the knowledge is very, very important for this entrepreneurship skill, and how many percentage it is carrying on? So I would say that I know I'm not telling these things by my own. I would suggest recommend you to the two books that you should be going through if you are thinking about these things about the entrepreneurship skill development. So this knowledge that you need not to be expert of your product or anything else. This is carrying 20% only, and rest of the 80% is lying with the skills and mindset. So dear friends, these are very, very, very important things, and these are the things that you are learning here. So we'll be telling you that what are the skills, and then along with that, one important skill is the marketing and sales. If you are entrepreneur, then you should be having the mastery in this. And one more skill is that communication skills. These are the two skills. If you are mastering these skills, then you can do anything in this world. So these are the things. Now let's come to this 5P principle, and afterwards I will be sharing with you the money concept and the 9-step plan. Right? Up to this point, are you with me? Yes. Are you getting the point, that concept that I want to share with you? Because I will not be able to share with you details because the time is limited, and I am having the limited time. So let me see how many people are. Yes, you are understanding this thing. Great. Okay. Now let's understand what is the meaning of the 5P principle. So 5P principle. If you are doing any entrepreneurship venture, then you should be understanding the 5P. That is, the number one is problem. Number two, I told you that in the need, that what is the problem? Who are the people facing this problem? In the persona, there are multiple factors that depending upon the nature of the entrepreneurship that you want to develop or create. Let's say example, I will be writing down here that what are the various entrepreneurship ventures the pharmacy graduate can do. All of you are knowing this thing. Yes. Few students can open their camera. Dhruvi Shetty or Animesh Das, if you can, because you are with me and I can see you. The retail pharmacy you can open because all of you are having the eligibility to have the license to practice the pharmacy. You can open your own retail pharmacy, or you can open your own manufacturing unit, right? What else you know? You can start your distributorship. And if you are having a good money, you can also have the C&F, right? What else you can do? Can you let me know? These are the things entrepreneur, because the moment I say the entrepreneurship, these are the things that are coming in your mind, right? What else you can do? Can you let me know so that I will be having ideas from you also? So retail pharmacy is there. Then manufacturing unit you can open. This may be. Or the third thing is that you can start your own distributorship. What else you can do with this entrepreneurship? Academic institution is one of the things, right? Okay. So this is applicable to all. Whatever the principle I am going to share with you, 5P principle, is applicable to all types of entrepreneurship aspects. Retail pharmacy already I have shared. Academic institution is the new thing that is coming to you. Online coaching is one of the things. Great. Very good. Industry, that already I told you that the pharmaceutical manufacturing unit or industry you can open. Or what else? Okay. So let me share with you. The C&F was there. Then you can start your two new things that came, online coaching. You can start your academic institution. You can write some book and sell it. Who knows that this become the best-selling book? You can start your freelancing. And many a time people do want this freelancing. In case of the medical writing also, you have to develop some expertise, medical writing. You can create content that is scientific in nature. What you can create, you can say, entrepreneurship venture in scientific event and management. You can have just a moment. Then scientific event, or that you can create some social media marketing. You can do something in the product design. Product design. Just a minute. Some call for it. Just I'm coming in a minute. Please hold on. No? By the time you can let me know in the chat box that what are the other entrepreneurship ideas. Now your mind is open. Then you can think of. You can type in the chat box. Yeah, so people have written that e-pharmacy is one of the option. Then also I'm able to see that hospital administration, clinical pharmacy, you can apply your own mindset. So that the thing is that you have to identify a problem, that what is the problem for which the people are looking for the solution. And dear friends, let me tell you one example that there is a problem. Okay, in the night, somebody has made some khichdi or some sort of things. And then in the morning, if you are taking this khichdi, this would not be tastable. Or if you are heating it up again, then it would be losing its nutrient content and all these things. So to solve this problem, the microwave was invented. And this microwave actually is having now 80 million or $1 billion or something. I was going through some post, and in that it was said. So that the businesses are built on a problem, and then the entrepreneurship skill is that to eye or the vision or the capacity to understand or to identify that particular problem and providing a solution for a particular market. Then this is the entrepreneurship skill that you have to learn into. These are the very, very, very fundamental principles which would be applicable to all types of entrepreneurship ventures. So you can make the list. I have mentioned very few. You can identify many problems that you can solve it out. One issue was there, that is the prescription writing pad, e-prescription writing pad. I'm sorry that actually some interference is there. Again, I would be requiring a minute or Yeah. So here are the issues that you have to sort it out. So now that you have to identify a problem, you have to take a problem, any problem you identify, and then you start working on. Then you would be having a persona. Persona means that who are the people suffering from this problem. Say, for example, if you are going to open a retail pharmacy, then who would be your persona? Who would be the people who would be having this? Who would be your market? Can you let me know? If you are opening a retail pharmacy, you are very well versed with these things, or you want to open the manufacturing unit. Who would be your persona? Some people are writing patients, patients. Online sale of medicine or prescription would be your persona. No, I'm talking about the people that, because the people are there who will be buying. So everybody is writing patients. Is that so? Customer or consumer? Yes. See, if you are talking about the retail pharmacy, you have to understand the nature that it is not the persona, because the patient would be driven through the prescription, and the prescription is to be written by the physician. Yes or no? So there are two aspects. If you are talking about this OTC, over-the-counter drugs, or you are talking about the cosmeceuticals or the things which do not require the prescription, it would be a general store type of thing. And if you are having the doctor's prescription, then your persona is the doctor. Now you have to think from this perspective that what is the particular area. You have to work out some market research in that. That what are the types of people, what is the socio-economic background of people in the surrounding where you are opening your retail pharmacy, or if what are the prevalent diseases are there, you have to work it out. You can make some market research, visiting to the chemist, identifying with them that what are the problems they are facing, what are the issues, and you cannot. So that by having this intelligent market research, you can make your product list narrowed down. Otherwise, the vast of the majority of the things you have to keep in your store, and then you are having the limited space. So dear friends, this is the meaning of persona. If you are having the manufacturing unit, then who would be your persona? Let me know. If you are having the manufacturing unit, you want to open an entrepreneurship venture as the manufacturing unit, who would be your persona? Persona means the people who are suffering from a problem, because you are going to solve a problem, no? Distributors, yes. Now you are on the track. So distributors would be there, or C&F agents, you can say they would be your persona. So accordingly, now you understood that what is that. Then if you are having the distributorship or C&F, then who would be your persona? Retail pharmacist would be your persona. Then online coaching, if you are taking, then online coaching is having the term that is known as the niche. Niche means that problem and the people. You have to have the narrow niche. That suppose you want to say that I am working on a product which is helpful for the weight loss, generalized one. If you are telling that I do teach the people yoga, generalized one, then you are targeting almost everyone. And if you are targeting everyone, then you are targeting no one. And then very likely is there that there is the pyramid of that scale is there. In this, there are this is the sales pyramid, actually is known as, actually it's not working. The 60% people are there. Then you can say 20% people, then 17% people, and 3%. So this is the thing, that these are the 60% people who are problem unaware. They are not knowing that they are having problem. Then 20% people are there who are problem aware. 17% people are there who are actively looking for the solution of the problem. And the 3% of the people are there, any entrepreneurship venture you open, then these 3% people are there who are ready to buy. By having this all research, what should be your target? That people actually are fighting. Why do many entrepreneurship ventures are being failing? Because they are functioning in this 3%. They are targeting 3%. That means targeting everyone. So if you are targeting the 100 people, that 3 people will be buying your product. And then everybody is targeting for that. The competition is very high in that. Are you getting my point? What I mean to say? Yes or no? So your task should be there that how you are able to move this 60% problem unaware, how you can educate them to bring them into the 20% that now they are problem aware. How you can shift this 20% to the 17%, that is the who are looking actively for the solution, the problem they are suffering from. So you have to target this 37%. And to target this 37%, you should be having the 5P principle. Now the problem is there, then persona is there, then there would be a product or a process. Then there would be the you can say product is there. Then process would be sales process. 5P. Just a moment. Let me know. Let me see. Product process. It's happening again and again. So product and process and 3 and 4 is this, and the 5 1 is the pricing. So dear friends, let me tell you that sale is not being made based on the prices. This is only in the 3% area. If you are able to target this 37%, then you can sell your products on any price. Because I'm having the limited time, I cannot share with you with the much details about the entrepreneurship aspects. So you can just understand that these are the 5 principles on which you have to work it out. Pricing is also having the understanding of the psychology of sale. And if you are interested to know about these things, then I will be sharing with you the details with the Ajit sir, so that I am having another program in which if anybody want to have the entrepreneurship skills or development, and then they can connect with me. So these are the 5P principles. And now let's see that what is the next topic that we want to cover. So this 5P principle is there. And now one of the very, very important thing, that is the ultimately what you want to do with this. Then now 2 topics are remaining, and now we are also in the time also 7 p.m. So in the coming 10 to 15 minutes, I will be winding up. So are you finding this session useful so far? Let me know in the chat box. Yes, if it is. No, if it is not. Hello, are you with me? Yeah, so people are there saying yes, sir. So now next topic that we are going to discuss is the money and your relationship with money. So dear friends, this is a very important thing, because money is the important thing everybody is looking for. And many a times we are working on these particular aspects, and many people do live for money also. That if somebody asks, what is your purpose? That I want to earn a lot of money. This is the target of my life, or this is the goal of my life. So money earning, money is also having a behavior. So if I say you that what is the money, then what would you say? To understand that what the money actually is, then we would be able to do, or and what you can do with money. Can you let me know? So people, somebody has written that make a budget plan. So this is the next moment. I'm just asking what is money and what you can do with the money. Yes, one person has said investment. Somebody has said spend. What else? Saving plan. Yes. What else you can do with money? Compounding. Yes, you can do. That means growth, money growth, compounding, or investing. Through investing, you can do this thing. Investment. What else you can do with money? So people are saying saving. Then you can invest, future plan, buy the raw material. Yes. Security. Correct. See that this is a very important thing, and we have to have the understanding about the money. FD, RD, assets. See, many people have written many type of answer, but I was looking for one thing that could not find. You can spend money, you can invest money, you can save money, but nobody has told that you can earn money. Money को भी तो किया जा सकता है. Yes, and with the money, so this is just a simple thing. So money a person in his life, how much money he will be earning, that is depending upon the three factors. And would you like to know what are the three factors? Number one is your neurochemistry of money. That is your physiology. This might be the new term for you. So be interactive. I do like then would you like to know the second one, or should I discuss this first one only? Only one person want to know. So this money is having that how much money a person would be go into. Elaborate on the first one and then go in detail, sir. Economy of the country. We will think about the economy of the country later on. First, let's understand the economy of ourselves. Then the second thing comes is your subconscious association with money. And all of you are from pharmacy background, you would be able to understand these things very, very fast. Subconscious association with money. And the third one is the skills. So let me tell you, friends, many people think that if we acquire the more and more skills, we will be earning more and more money. How many of you think is correct? It's only carrying the 20% weightage, and the rest of the 80% is lying with this. That's why I told you that mindset is important. Then the skills, strategies, action plan, tools, and techniques. So so now let's understand one by one neurochemistry of money. So you might have heard about this dose concept. All of you have heard about the neurotransmitters. D means dopamine. O means oxytocin. S means serotonin. E means endorphin. And C means cortisol. Dosec. So let's understand this thing, because this money behavior that you are carrying with you it has been linked with your neurotransmitters. And I will be sharing with you a few examples so that you would be able to understand. Yes, GABA, cortisol. So suppose you might have seen a few people that who have visited this online shopping platforms, that is like Amazon and all these things. So initially they do not, particularly in the female candidates, this is happening. So somebody may open their camera so that it would be easy for me to understand your expressions also. So are you, first of all, let me know, are you finding this thing useful or not? So if you are really serious to build on your career, then learn to show up. Learn to show up in this particular world. And you can start right now by opening your cameras also. So congratulations, only one person is interested to learn. Yes, Ashita SSC. Yes, yeah. Let open the camera. Then what's the problem in that? Show up yourself in this world, because ultimately you have to show up. So keep on this camera open so that it would be giving me the feeling that yes, I am not talking with the machines or computer screen only. The people are there to listen me. So there is a dopamine. Suppose the particularly female would be relating with this thing. If you are going on the online shopping platform, Amazon and all these things, you have started searching this thing, this year person like this thing again, the another thing, again, another thing. And then suddenly you are having the dopamine spike that I will be wearing this thing and would be looking wonderful. You would be looking confident. These are the ornaments or clothing or whatever it is. So you understand, relate this thing. Now your spending has been linked or anchored in the emotional state. So that what actually people are selling you, they are not selling you the goods, they are selling you the emotions. And then emotions are being governed by your neurotransmitters. So the dopamine is being linked. Now you would be keep on spending. And then you ultimately you have purchased a lot many things and the carry bags are there with you. And while coming at home, and then you are looking into that, oh my God, the bill has been huge. Now I have to use my credit card, or I have to borrow the money, or I have to tell to my parents that this is the thing. And now again, you are regretting on this thing. This was not necessary. I just had bought, and this and the emotional spike is there. Now the cortisol is there. So you are having the another behavior associated, that is the criticizing the money. You might have heard about your parents or some relatives or somebody else that nowadays what the inflation rate is there, that you might have heard about your parents that they might be in our time 15 rupees per liter was the petrol. Nowadays it is 105. So that criticizing, that this is the criticism of the money, that people do this thing. And then this in this manner you have associated the cortisol with the money. And whenever the person who is grown up in this particular type of environment, and when he is grown up, now at any point of time when the spending time happens, when the people say that you have to spend something, they would be having some sort of stress, because cortisol is associated with stress. Yes or no? You might have seen the friends in your circle also, that they are having the gravity of their pocket greater than the Jupiter even. So whenever they are going with the friends to have some party, say for example, tea party, common tea party, and then there is a person who would be putting his hand on the pocket, will be bringing the money, but one person would be there who will be putting his hand in the pocket, but the money would not come out, because the gravity of his pocket is greater than the Jupiter also. You are relating with this, what I mean to say, because the person who is picking up the money, he is having the significance associated with that. If I will be spending money, then would be having that. He is having the neurotransmitter, another link. Another person who is not spending this thing, cortisol is associated with that. So in this manner, many times you have created your neural pathways which have been formed in your brain, and these are actually governing your money behavior. So do not, no, never ever criticize money. How you can reframe? Okay, inflation is there, but I am grateful that I would still able to run my bike or run my car, even if it is a 105 liter rate is the petrol. You can be grateful that. So reframing is the term which is known as the neuro-linguistic programming. If some point of time I would be getting chance, and I will be telling you the concepts in detail, that how your brain works towards the various issues and towards the situations that you are dealing in day-to-day life. Now, next point comes is your first one is the neurochemistry. What was the second point that we discussed? That is the meta-conscious association with money, right? So would you like to conduct, for that I would like to have at least 50% people open their cameras, because there is a 2 minutes exercise that I will be giving to you. And then you have to conduct that. Would you like to have the money audit? That what is the subconscious association with money? Would you like to know? That how you are relating, not physically. Everybody want to have that. I want to have lot of money, lot of money, lot of money. Everybody want that. But whether you would be able to earn that or not, would you like to have that audit? Still people are not coming up, showing up. Anyways, so those who have opened, then keep this camera open. I would like you to, those who are driving or those who are moving on this particular vehicle, please do not do this thing, because this is a 1 minute exercise that I would be telling you. So everybody sit comfortably. Your straight spine should be straight, shoulders straight, and your neck should be straight. And then gently you close your eyes. And now inhale deeply, take few breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Do this 5 to 6 times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. And now you imagine yourself as a rich person and would ask you a few questions. There is no need to say anything from your mouth. Neither you have to nod your head. Just keep these questions with you and try to get the answer inside your brain. Imagine yourself as a rich person and would like to ask you, what are you seeing? Whether it is a still photograph or it is a movie clip type. It is a two-dimensional or three-dimensional. Is it colored or black and white? Are you able to hear some voices also? On your mental screen, where you are seeing these images or clips, whatever it is. Is it in the center or upper right, lower right, upper left, or lower left? Are you able to see this thing and able to see your face clearly in this movie or clip? Or you are seeing somebody else's face? How you are looking at this particular image or a clip? It is distant or it is near? When I am saying that you are a rich person, what type of feeling is coming inside you? Okay, so relax, and now you can open your eyes gently. So those who have done this exercise, those who saw this movie or clip, if they see the movie on their mental screen, they will type M. If they see clip, they will type C. They will see the still photograph. Still photograph, type S. Movie, type M. M. Abhishek is saying M is there. Devasmita is saying M. M. Divya Kiran M. Gaurav Rathod is also saying M. M. So everybody, okay. Susha SM was saying S. S. P for P means photo. Yes, I dream it clearly. S more, M less. M S S. Okay, fine. I will be interpreting these things. Those who have seen this thing three-dimensional or two-dimensional. If 2D, type 2D. If 3D, type 3D. Adi sir, actually, I am taking a little bit more time, but 10 minutes would be more required. Can I? 3D, 3D, 2D, 3D, 3D. Okay. So were you able to, okay, fine. Got the answer. Important thing is, were you able to see yourself? If you were able to see your face clearly in this movie or clip, then type Y. If you seen somebody else, type O, other. Y, Y. Clearly, बिल्कुल bright, clear face. Y, O, Y. Yes, and my brother, mom, and other. O, O, Y. Yes, Y. Yeah, fine. Were you able to see, where you have seen this particular clip or movie, particular still photograph or movie? On the upper right, upper left, lower right, lower left, or in the center? Center, yes, center. Upper right, upper left. You can think, you can do this exercise again. Upper left, center. upper right, center, center and lower left. Fine, upper right, center, center. Okay, were there any voices? If there was any voice, type V. If there was no any voice, type N. Why some sounds would be there? No, no, V, no, VN, VN, VN. Okay, were you able to see this movie from far or close? If it is far, type F. If it is close, type C. Type C, F, C, F, F, F. Far, close. Okay. So, dear friends, let me share with you the deep psychological principle behind that. That you have done your audit, and in this audit, you would be coming to know that what is your money behavior. You would be able to understand what is the relationship with the money, because many people are having the relationship with money just like this is just like any other relationship. If you say somebody whom you love that I don't love you, would he stay with you or she stay with you? If you are keep on criticizing the person, even if you are loving that, would that person will be staying with you or not? If you are saying so that this, I told you that upper right, lower right, upper left, lower left. If this is so, that means the money earning is not at your central agenda. If it is at the center, it is a central agenda. Similarly, if you are able to see your own face, that means you want to become rich. But if you are seeing somebody else's face, that you are having the images of rich, but you are not connecting with that. You are subconsciously disconnected, dissociated. If you are having some feeling with that images or clips, that means you are emotionally connected, then money earning is very, very, very necessary for you. If it is not so, that means you want to become, this is just a desire. That you want to have money. आगे तो ठीक, नहीं आई तो भी चल जाएगा. If you are having some voices associated with that, that means, so you see, whatever the type of experience that we are having three major components. One is the visuals. Second one is the auditory, that is audio. And the third one is your feelings, kinesthetic. These are being done. At some point of time, I will be sharing these things with you. So this is the money audit. This is your subconscious association with money. So try to build some images. And this is the same thing which is happening with you right now, because you are at the crossroads of selecting your career. You are not having the far-sighted vision. You are not having that the thing that who you want to be. That's why you are confused. And dear friends, on the end of this 5th day, I am going to take the complete 2-hour session. And in this 2-hour session, I will build your images. I will build your voices. I will build your feelings for the particular job role that you want to create. But for that, you have to go through the different steps. I will be sharing. How many of you would be interested to attend that particular session? This is just based on this neuro-linguistic programming principles. So if you would be able to understand these things from within, then it would be very easy for you to find out. See, friends, I told you that 20% is your skills, strategies, tools, techniques, and all these things. 80% is the mindset. Yesterday also Natasha told that the mindset is major thing. Were you there attending the session of the Natasha who told about the PEBC examination? PEBC examination, she told that mindset is everything. 20% is the skill set. Skill set you will be doing things, and you are having this tool, the magical tool in your pocket. You are not using that. Whatever the questions that were there, you are having the tool with which you can get the answers. But you are lacking the mindset. And creating the mindset is the key. And if in this particular whole 5 days program, if you want to take one takeaway home, that is develop your mindset. And for that, you have to stay there, because in the 4 days, you would be having complete majority of the clarity. And on the 5th day, I will be telling you the 9-step plan with which you can step by step implement whatever you are. I will tell you each step, and you have to perform these things with me. And I also have uploaded this particular course on the Udemy platform, and that Udemy platform, it would be there. So the students who are here, they can attend this program, because afterwards it would not be there. If you want to get this program, you can get it from the Udemy platform. It would be paid version there. But if you want to really learn, you have to be here. And also you can tell your friends also, so that on the 5th day, 2 hours spent with me, I will be telling you, you will not forget this lifelong. This is my commitment to you. You have just seen the glimpse of this, right? Okay, so dear friends, now I will be fastly finishing because I need Adit sir. I think I have taken a lot of time.
Yes, sir. We all are here. Good afternoon, good evening, guys. I've just joined, but I was doing the exercise definitely, and it was amazing. Yes.
Uh,
So we are here, sir.
so can I share this thing, or I will be sharing this entrepreneurship details in the copy? Just I will be briefing in 5 minutes. Would that be fine?
Sure, sure, sir. Please take 5 minutes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me tell you that 9-step plan, that how you can build your entrepreneurship. And anybody can please confirm. Are you able to see my screen? Is that visible? So dear friends, here is your step-by-step guide to landing an ideal career as an entrepreneur. So I already told you that what the entrepreneurship is there. And then here is this is the 9-step plan. That is, first one is the understanding the role of entrepreneur. That what entrepreneur do? He do identify a problem. He do create a solution for that particular problem, and he do apply the 5P principle, and to start his entrepreneurship venture. Then there is the identifying, building the entrepreneurial mindset is the very, very important. 80% task is done here. And then rest of the things are the 20%. Then identifying the viable business idea. If you are having any business ideas, you have to identify that particular thing. Then you have to conduct the market research and validation. Then you have to create a business plan which is workable. Then you have to build your own brand and your networking. Along afterwards, you have to launch preparation and then execute the launch. Then you can grow and sustain your business, and then scaling your business is the 9th step. So this is the 9-step plan that I am having with you for you. And then understanding what the entrepreneur should do, I already have discussed this thing. Then building the entrepreneur mindset is the self-assessment, learn from the successful entrepreneurs, set the entrepreneurial goals, and then assignments I will be giving to you with this 1-page reflection, that what is your entrepreneurial idea. You have to write it down, list your goals, and achieving that. Then outcome would be that you would be having a clear understanding of your entrepreneurial motivation and goals, because you for starting, you need some motivation, and then you started. But after the period of time, you would not be able to sustain until unless you are having the inner drive that is coming from within you. And this should be strong and clear. Then only you would be able to carry forward your entrepreneurship venture. Else, the 80% entrepreneurship ventures are becoming fail, because the MBA colleges, IIMs, and all these people are teaching that the 20% thing only. Very, very few people are working on the mindset, which is causing the 80%. They are telling the tools and techniques and strategies, man, minute, machine, manage, and all these things, bigger principle. But the fundamental thing that are missing. This is to be done. And dear friends, it is applicable to every area of your life, whether it is a career development or any job role or anything else. This is the thing. For this, I'm inviting you for the 5th day of the program. Then identifying a viable business idea, you have to work it out, so that it would be too much time taking if I will be dealing all these things in detail. So this thing is there. I will be sharing with you all these things. So assignments are also there, so that do the things diligently, step by step. And similarly, the 9-step plan I will be sharing with you for the one general job role, and those who will be attending this 5th day program along with your friends, they will be getting some bonus from me also. This is free of cost to all these students. There is one book I will be sharing with you. Right? So I will be stopping here my session, because other speakers are also there. I'm sorry, I have taken a lot of time, and I hope you have enjoyed this session and you will learn a lot. So you can share your responses in the chat box just by sharing what you learned. What is the one key skill that you learned from this session? Type down. By the time Ajit sir, you can start. Students are typing and their feedback here itself.
Yes, sir, definitely. Thank you very much. And I think all the participants have learned a lot and learned the life skills more than the entrepreneurship skills. And they have enjoyed the session, And I believe that they got a lot of new things, lot of learnings about how to cope up with the life, how to cope up with the daily ways mechanism, and how to develop the mindset. So it's amazing. And definitely now we have a lot to discuss again, because it's just an hour. We still have 1.5 hours, guys. So now the next thing which is coming is the clinical research and pharmaceutical industry in India. Okay. And what are the career scopes and what are the opportunities you will get in pharma industry? And that is beneficial for everyone, not only B farms and PharmDs, but all M farms, all PhD students, all researchers, and everyone who wants to shift to the industry and they are looking for clinical research. And the students who wants to go to the clinical research industry, they'll get to know what are the opportunities are there in the industry, and what kind of salaries they get, what kind of skills they require to get into the industry, and what kind of things they need to develop in them. So Mahendra sir, just I am taking the okay, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Can you please make Dr. Shivani as co-host, because you are the host right now?
Okay. Let me make it out.
Yeah, Dr. Shivani is here.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Shivani. Welcome.
Yeah, so guys, to talk on the clinical research, career and opportunities, we have Dr. Shivani Desai with us. She is type 1 diabetes scientist. She is working on the vaccine for type 1 diabetes scientist, and she has been in the one of the main role in the clinical trials of Covishield at Serum Institute of India Private Limited. Right now, she is the scientist there, and she is into the Department of Scientific and Medical Affairs. She is basically a pharmacologist and an experienced clinical researcher. As I told you, currently working on the type 1 diabetes mellitus vaccines and its prevention and reversal. And she is guiding many of the postgraduate students for their thesis projects on stem cell research and type 1 diabetes. She has been involved in preclinical and clinical projects, and a very good friend of mine, Dr. Shivani. You're welcome, and thank you very much for joining us. She is right now working in Serum Institute of India Private Limited. So I hope she can hear us, and we are very much excited
Yes,
to
yes.
hear from you, and to get your expertise for all our students. So over to you, Shivani. Will not take much time, right? Will not delay the things. So over to you directly. You
Thank
can
you.
please start. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit. Hello, Mahendra sir.
Yeah. Hello, Shivani madam. It's good to see you after a long
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the lights. I could not find a better place to sit. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine, I
It's
believe.
because of network. Because my husband is also working, so he's in the other room. Okay.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Uh, okay. So, yeah, I will share the screen.
Just a moment. Are you able to see the screen sharing option with you?
Yeah, yes, but I'm not able to share. Yeah.
Just a moment. Just a moment. You are co-host, and you can do actually. Sir.
Yeah, I am the co-host. Yeah, I'll try again.
Okay, I will be making you host if some setting problem is there.
You have to make me host, then I can take care of these things.
Okay, sir. Okay, just a moment.
I think I can share now.
Yes,
I
yes,
don't
yes,
know
you can
if
see.
I'm able to, if you
Yes,
are able to
he's able
see
to share.
the presentation.
Yeah, sir.
Able to see the presentation?
Uh,
Yes, yes, yes. Not presentation, but screen we can see. Preparing live screen.
Okay. It's a live screen. Okay, okay. No, no, wait. I'll just try again. I think entire application window I have to share, right? Okay,
Application.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Only one PPTs you have to share.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
We can see now. You can make it full screen and go ahead, Shivani. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Now you're able to see the full screen?
Yes, we can. We are able to see that. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect. Yeah. So thank you so much, Ajit, Dr. Ajit and Dr. Mahendra sir and the whole team to get me on board. Uh, so today, as Ajit mentioned, we will be discussing upon some of the career opportunities in clinical research. So this is a very basic information which I would like to share with you. Basic because usually we keep on reading a lot of detailed stuffs and we keep on following a lot of details on the websites and on the internet. So there we actually get confused. I'm sharing this because I myself, when I started my career in clinical research, I also had the same problem. So then I thought that this is a very basic presentation which will actually guide the students and help them in uh, coming out and excelling in the career of clinical research. If any one of you is interested in this, you can see the second slide, or it's still on the first one.
And we can see the we will discuss slide.
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so it is moving. All right. So here we'll be first covering up what is clinical research, a very basic definition of clinical research. Then what is the difference between the clinical research now and before a decade or 2 decades ago? So there is a huge change which has come up within few in the last many years and in few decades. That will see the pointers. Then why one should choose clinical research as a career? That is also one important point because sometimes when we talk about, so when I was in college, I always thought clinical research means the lab research we are talking. So this is not the lab research, right? So we'll just see why we can choose this career, what all are the domains, then what are the hierarchies in different domains. Salary glimpse a little bit because it depends upon the company. I mean, it differs from one company to other, but still a basic idea I have taken from the Glassdoor. And then which all companies or which all CROs or which all sponsor companies you can look into. That is also one slide is there on that. Then one very important question, which always I have come across, and even I had a problem while searching for vacancies. So this is a very big thing. Okay, so it is a small slide, but then the points which we have to cover here are really important. And finally, a glimpse of the journey from academia to company to corporate. So basically, as Ajit said, I am a researcher. I started my research when I was an academician. I still am an academician because of Dr. Ajit and his team. So I actually enjoyed being an academician, and I still do. But there is a difference when we come to corporate from academia. So that small things I'll be sharing if time permits in the end. So to start with, what is clinical research? Right? So we always have this research word always confuses us that actually this is a lab research or a research at the clinics or research in the companies. So R&D. So R&D is completely different than clinical research. R&D is a section in the company or in the academia or in the colleges where you actually do the lab research. Okay, when you invent a molecule or you're designing a molecule or you're testing the molecule in the animal studies, then when you actually have to test that in the human trials, it is known as clinical research. Clinic for the patients, right? Preclinical means in the animals. So now very interesting part thing is that here non-clinical research is also a part of clinical research. So here I'll just tell you the phases. In the figure you can see, so first is pharmaceutical. I'll just start using the pointer. Mhm. So first is pharmaceutical quality. So these are the very small scale studies where you develop a molecule. Okay, there's a different team for the development of the molecule. Then, here the formulation scientists are also involved, and the microbiologist, or for example, in vaccines, microbiologists are involved. Then, in some of the drug manufacturing companies, the pharmaceutical persons, formulation scientists, all these people are involved in the designing of the molecule. Okay, this is still a molecule, not a drug or a vaccine. So here the designing of the molecule takes place. Then the next phase is non-clinical. So in non-clinical phase, all the in vitro and in vivo experiments are done. Okay, so here the molecule which is produced or which is made, designed in the first stage, that molecule is tested here in vitro and in animals also. Once we get the clearance from the preclinical experiments that yes, this molecule is working. So there are two types of tests which we do in vivo. One is efficacy test, that whether the molecule is working or not, whether the formulation is actually working for the indication it is designed for. And second, very important, is testing the safety. So here the toxicity studies are carried out in the animals. In this also, there are two different species of animals are studied. Okay, we are supposed to study the molecule in two species, not single one will not do. So once we get the clearance from the toxicity parameters and toxicity data, then only the DCGI, that is the Drug Controller General of India, will give us the permission to start the clinical trial. Here there are three phases of clinical trials. One slide is there on the difference between these three stages also. Once the clinical trial phase 3 is completed, then we get into evaluation. Okay, so evaluation and decision making. Evaluation and decision making, who does this? That is the National Regulatory Authority, NRA. For India, it is DCGI. Okay. In case of drugs, DCGI is enough to give the clearance after the phase 3 trials. But in case of vaccines, one more authority is important, that is NDAG. That is the national body for analyzing the results which we get for the vaccine, specifically for immunization. Okay, so NRA will first evaluate the results. At each and every stage, the NRA will get involved. After phase 1, we have to submit the report to DCGI, get the clearance for phase 2. After phase 2, again we have to submit the reports to DCGI and get the clearance for phase 3. Once the phase 3 is done, again we have to submit the report to the NRA, that is to the DCGI in India, and only then the manufacturing or the scale up production will start. Okay. Now, before starting the manufacturing also, the company has to undergo the regulatory have to come and visit the audit. I mean, the company has to undergo the audit even before manufacturing stage. So audit of the clinical trials results is done. But even the audit of the facility where the production is going to happen, there also the people come, the NRA experts come, and then they give the permission. Only after that we can scale up the production. Once we manufacture the product in a large production capacity, after that we circulate to the market, right? So the drug is then circulated to the market. Once the drug or vaccine is available in the market, then it is gone. It is going to, all the people throughout the world are going to take that medicine or the vaccine. So here the phase 4 trial will start. Okay, phase 4 means marketing surveillance. So after the manufacturing, marketing of the drug is done to the market, and then again the safety studies are needed. Like for example, in vaccines, WHO requires the safety data of 3,000 patients. Okay, when the drug is in phase 4. All right. Now, this is the gist of clinical research which I have given. So clinical research involves all these parameters. Starting, it is just not making the molecule. It just starts from making the molecule, then preclinical stages comes, then clinical trials comes, then manufacturing, and then phase 4 marketing surveillance. So this whole thing is known as one clinical research program. Now, according to your expertise or according to your interests, you can join any of these parts. You can either join as a formulation scientist in the first part. You can either join as a toxicologist or a pharmacologist in phase 2, this non-clinical part. You can either join as a clinical pharmacist or as a clinical research associate in clinical trials, phase 1 to 3, and phase 4 also. You can, if you're interested in the regulatory bodies and all this regulatory guidelines and all these things, if you're very good with that, you can join the regulatory affairs department. And then, so here the regulatory department of the company has to interact with the National Regulatory Authority. Okay. And then if you are interested in the formula or in the manufacturing process, then you can join the manufacturing capacity, right? Yeah. So now this is just a revision of what we just studied. Preclinical, I just told you that it involves the in vitro and the in vivo testing. In vitro means the tests which we do in the lab. And here there are no animals involved. These tests include tissue culture, cell culture, and the in vivo studies include the animal studies. Okay, here the immunogenicity as well as the safety. Immunogenicity for vaccines, for drug molecule, you can say efficacy. Okay, so efficacy and safety of the product is assessed. Then once it is clear, I mean the product is proven to be effective as well as safe, then in that case the molecule enters into the clinical trial phases. So phase 1 is a very small, limited number of healthy individuals are included in this trial. Here in phase 1, patients are not included. Okay, only the healthy. Suppose if you're testing a drug for, you are testing a cardiac drug. Okay, so in that in that case, here in phase 1, you will not take the cardiac patients. You will experiment with the healthy volunteers, and that too very small number, 20 to 100. Usually 50 number, 20 to 50 is also okay. Then in phase 2 clinical trials, here there are again healthy volunteers, but a larger group of healthy volunteers are taken here. And in phase 3, we test the molecule on the target population. Target population means, suppose if it is a cardiac drug, then here you will check the efficacy and safety of the drug on cardiac patients directly. Okay. So this is the difference. Now there are different types of clinical research. So different types of trials are there. So there are two basic trials. One is investigator initiated and one is sponsor initiated. So the difference is, so here again, I'm telling you this because you can join any of these trials. You can become a part of a sponsor company, as well as you can become a part of a CRO, as well as you can become a part of an investigator initiated trial also. So investigator initiated trial means these are the trials which the doctors, with the practicing doctors, will take under them. Okay, so they are responsible. Suppose if I am a medical doctor, and if I want to conduct the investigator initiated trial, then I have to make sure that all the documents and all the requirements for the clinical trials are there. Here I'll be able to investigate the medicine or the molecule only after the preclinical stage is over, because as a medical doctor I cannot do the preclinical testing. I should be involved only in the clinical test, that is phase 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so here again any of the medical doctors can take the permission from the NRA, that is DCGI in India, and then they can start the trial. They can take up the molecule. For example, if I want to do a test for XYZ vaccine, so I can just pick up that vaccine from the market, and then I can take the ethical approval for the conduct of the study. And after the clearance, I have to submit the documents to the CGI. Once the clearance is there, I can start. Okay. So here in investigator-initiated trials, the testing molecule has to be taken from the market. So what does this mean? That market mein kab aayega medicine? When it has already cleared preclinical and clinical stages. So here, what does this mean? That an investigator, that is a doctor, medical doctor, can do this trial only after the sponsor company has proven its efficacy. Like for example, when I was in masters, I was doing one project, a minor project, wherein I compared two drugs. Okay, so here drug A and drug B both were approved by the DCGI. Both were there in the market, but I wanted to see the comparison between those two drugs in different population. I'll not discuss that study here and waste your time. But it is like, so both the drugs, drug A and drug B, both were already approved in the market by the DCGI. They were already available in the market. And then I tested because I wanted to study what is the difference in XYZ parameters. Okay. So this is investigator initiated. Another one is sponsor initiated. So sponsor initiated, so investigator initiated trials, if somebody wants to do it, fine. If somebody doesn't want to do it, fine. Okay, it is not compulsory because that molecule is already approved. Whereas in sponsor initiated trials, it is a compulsory process. Okay, because if I, like for example, now I am working with serum, there is a molecule which I am developing. Once that molecule is developed, it before going into the market, it has to prove its safety as well as efficacy, right? So here, this in sponsor initiated trials are not optional. If as a sponsor company, if I want my product to get into the market, it is mandatory for me to conduct the phases, all phase 1 to phase 4. Of course, before phase 1, we have to do the preclinical also. Now, here in this case, we can take the help of contract research organizations. That is what we call as CRO. Okay, here we can take the help of those services. So, like for example, in my team, we are 5 people, and it is not easy to manage like 3,000, 4,000 patients ka trial only with 5 people, right? So what we do, we hire the contract research organization, we hire the services of CRO, and then we give them the guidelines that what all testing needs to be done, how they have to do the testing. Then a proposal, which is a protocol is developed. And after the protocol development, then the CRO will have a full-fledged team. Okay, so they will make sure that the testing is done properly. We will have to do the oversight of that thing. Once the report comes, we have to evaluate the report. Sometimes the report is made by CRO, sometimes the sponsor makes the reports. It depends. I mean, it depends upon the sponsor company, what is their choice. Okay. So I'm giving you all the details because see, here I am trying to tell you that even CRO is a very good option to start the career with. Because when you apply the sponsor companies, they usually need the people with experience. Okay. So there, to gain that experience, it will be easy for you if you join the CRO. Because in CRO, they keep needing people from the lowest level to the highest level. So you can just gain some experience, 5-10 years experience in a CRO, and then you can, when you are well versed and very thorough with the process, then you can join the sponsor company. Again, it depends. Some sponsor companies may allow. It depends from company to company again. Okay, but I'm just telling you the easier way to approach. Because when you have experience, you are in a position to demand more, demand your salary, demand your location, and all other things. Okay? Now, we discussed this point, NRA, right? Evaluation and decision. So here, what did I tell you? That when the company, so NRA is the National Regulatory Authority. To deal with DCGI, in the company also, we need a regulatory affairs ka full department. Okay. So to become a part of, if you want to become a part of a regulatory affairs, or even in case of medical affairs also, clinical research also, you need to have the idea or if you want to work as a clinical research associate and clinical team, then even if you have idea, the superficial idea about these guidelines, it is okay. But if you want to work in regulatory body, in the regulatory affairs department, then you have to know each and every sentence of all these acts. Okay. For Indian GCP guidelines, clinical trial permissions, import license, export license, all these things are very important. So there are full chapters are there on each one of these pointers. Then ICMR guidelines, GCP guidelines, these are all important for Indian regulatory bodies. Then if you want to work with the molecule which we export to US, then you need to understand what is US FDA. You have to know all the guidelines, all the parameters included. If you want to work with the team which exports their molecule to Europe, then EU directives. So it depends, okay, where you want to export and which team you want to work. So accordingly, you can have the knowledge. Of course, you have the knowledge of all of these, it is best. Now, what are other things you need to understand, or you need to be prepared before applying for any of the job, even before applying to the CRO? These are all the basic things which you have to know. I mean, detailed. It is just not knowing. These things you have to learn. And if you have the certification courses, that's an add-on point. Like Dr. Ajit is already providing a lot of certification courses, right? So when you do such courses, like for example, statistics, I'm just giving an example. Recently, I saw his post on statistics program. So if you do that courses, if you are having the certificate, that will add up to that. Okay. And yeah, just having a certificate will not be enough. You will have to have the knowledge also. So just having the certificate is not enough. So in the whole clinical research program, first, you need to have the knowledge about drug development, how the drug is developed, the whole process, if you want to become a formulation scientist. That is the first part. Okay. Then you have to know the different phases of clinical trials and clinical trial design. So here only knowing what I discussed right now, phase 1, 2, 3, 4 is not enough. This is a very basic thing which I told you. So if you really want to get into clinical research, then you have to start doing the courses which different firms are giving it. So here there is a full course on clinical trial, and then there is a full course on clinical trial design, right? So there are different designs which are used. Randomized control trial is a very commonly used trial design, but there are different trial designs. So those things you need to learn. Then very important part is statistics. So to tell you very honestly, I am not very good with statistics, and this is actually creating problem for me right now also. Even after getting this job or even after being in this position, still I do have to face problems because I have to be dependent. When my results come, I have to depend on the statistician. So I'm not saying that everybody should have the detailed knowledge of statistics, but the basic knowledge is also very important. Okay. So statistics is a very important point. The mistake which I did, you don't do it. So you start learning statistics. Next is adverse events and toxicology. Again, this is a big subject. The toxicology is a very big subject. There are different types of preclinical trials which are done. Then what all types of adverse events are there? Okay. Then what all antibiotics you have to use depending upon the molecule. In all the cases, only rat and mice is not enough. It depends upon the toxicity study you want. So all these things are important. Then, as we discussed, regulatory and ethical guidelines are also very important because even just give me 2 minutes. I really I have somebody on the door. Please excuse me.
Guys, by the time you can start writing your questions as well, please start writing your questions by the time. By say just joining. You have to unmute, I believe. Dr. Shivani, you have to unmute.
Okay, now you can hear.
Yeah, yes.
And till where you were able to hear when I went, right?
Yeah. Knowledge required, we were working on. Yeah, we were talking on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I was telling you that if you want to become a part of a regulatory affairs department, then you need to have the detailed knowledge of all the guidelines. But even if you want to become a part of a clinical trials team, or even if you want to become a part of a formulation team or manufacturing team, still you need to have some idea about the regulatory and ethical guidelines because in each and every all these departments are interconnected. Okay, they all work together. So everybody should have knowledge of all the things. But yes, the one which you choose, you have to get in-depth knowledge of that particular department. All right. Then some of the basic computing skills are also very important nowadays. I am sure that all of you are much better than me, at least in the computing skills. But this is really important because nowadays everything is computerized, right? So of course, all these basic programming you should know. Then what is the difference between the clinical trials which used to happen in 1990s and which happens now? So in in 1990s, in the earlier times, this was relatively a very new profession. In India, I'm talking. Okay, in India, this was a new profession. So what people used to do, the outside countries used to do, they used to come and do the trials in India. Do the trials in India means they used to use Indian population, they used to involve Indian population into their trials. Okay, so वो यहाँ के लोगों को trial में लेंगे, but India was not much into this business, or they were not much into the CRO business and all. Very few CROs were there in India. In fact, when I was studying, even that time, that is in 2000s, that time also, I did not hear of many CROs in India. Okay, but now to compare that, now we have like lot of CROs. Every city has a lot of CROs. Okay, I'll just give you some of the examples, but if you can Google it also. Like for example, if you are staying in Mumbai or if you are staying in Hyderabad, just put CROs in Hyderabad or CROs in Mumbai. You will have a list of CROs now, and all the CROs are doing great. Okay, so you can approach any of them. So this is the main difference, that initially this business was very new, and now it is a very common thing which is there in India. A lot of players are involved in this clinical research business. Okay, so you can say that the opportunity or the job opportunities compared to what we had, you have very high advantage on it. Then why you can choose clinical research as a career? So see, you can choose anything as your career, but you first and foremost is you should be interested. Of course, we think that okay, if I choose this, what salary I will get, or if I choose to become an engineer. I mean, in your case, of course, not engineer, but if you want to become a clinical pharmacist or a hospital pharmacist, what salary you will get? The first question which comes in our mind is what salary I will get, right? That is fine. Of course, that is an important thing, but along with that, there are a lot of other things also, like what will be the quality of your job, like what will be the quality of your life, what will be the work life balance. So all these things, initially salary matters, but later stage when you grow, then all these things also matters. So in case of clinical research, I can tell you that this is still a booming market, and it is always going to be a booming market because a lot of molecules people are testing, and for all the molecules they need to do a clinical trial. And to do a clinical trial, clinical research department is important in every company. Okay. Then next is there is a huge demand and supply gap. So there is an easy entry. Demand supply gap means there are a lot of CROs nowadays which actually want to hire a lot of people, but they are not able to find good employees. I'm not saying they are not able to find the candidates. There are a lot of candidates, but here the supply of good candidates with all the uh, knowledge parameters which we just discussed before, with all this knowledge, there are very few candidates available. So if you sharpen yourself, if you take up the courses, if you do the certifications, and if you polish yourself more, then there is a high demand, then there is a high possibility of getting a job uh, in the company which you want to go, right? Plus clinical research is a very white collared and knowledge intensive job. Every day you keep on learning, even when you get hired, after that also you keep on learning a lot of new things every day. Then there is a rapid growth. If you do well, again, there is a rapid growth because here the hierarchy is a lot of levels are there in the hierarchy. We'll see the hierarchy in the next slide. So a lot of levels are there. More you perform, the better you perform, the higher and faster you grow up the hierarchy. There are a lot of national as well as international travels also involved here. So if somebody is really interested in exploring new places, of course, along with your work, then this is really a good option because here we have the clinical research teams have trial sites at a lot of places in India, outside India. So, there is a lot of scope for traveling also. Then you can find different cultural exposures happens. Then you can find people with different cultures. You can learn from them, professional as well as other skills also, right? So and there are a lot of conferences which happens where clinical trials and clinical research members, which they have to attend. So there is a lot of professional socializing. All right. So every day you will be learning a new thing that is guaranteed. Even if you are in the job for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, still you keep learning every new day. Then these are the different domains where you can explore yourself. First is pharmaceutical company, which develop the drug and do the clinical trials. Okay, that is a sponsor company I'm talking about. First is the sponsor companies. Then comes clinical CROs, that is contract research organizations. Then you can apply in the BAB centers, like some of the very good BAB centers have come up. They do only BAB studies, but then they are hiring big time. Okay. But there you will be having your limited role will be with the BAB studies only, that is dose determination studies only. So it depends. Like if you are interested in that, you can still explore. You can still explore that. Then there is something called SMO. SMO means site management organization. So here these are the kinds of organizations which hire the people, which hire the candidates, and those candidates just have to do the site monitoring. Okay. So sponsor companies will hire CROs, and CROs sometimes hires SMOs. Okay. Then there is academic research organizations are there, data management are there. So some of the CROs do only data management. So there are certain CROs which will do everything, like the operation, clinical operation. They will do clinical operation, मतलब exact clinical trials जो conduct करते हैं. That is called clinical operation. They go to the site, they give the test molecule to the subjects, they collect the blood samples, they send this to the what do you call the labs. Okay, so all these parameters, all these work one CRO can do. But there are certain CROs which are only data management. Like for example, recently I came across a CRO which is there in US. So they are only into data management. They do only data management, right? So that is also one very good kind of a place where you can apply. Then there are certain IT companies in health who are involved in healthcare and clinical domains also, like Wipro, for example. Okay, so they are basically Wipro is an IT company, but now they are big time into exploring big time into healthcare and clinical domain as well. So then there are central laboratories. So when we give the molecule, the test drug to the volunteers, to the subjects which are there enrolled in the study, then we have to draw the sample, the blood sample also, right? So blood sample, when we draw and when we collect the samples, what do we have to do? We have to evaluate certain parameters based on the study. So again, you can also be a part of central laboratories where these testings are done. Okay. Then the clinical trial samples are also, they are blinded samples. So not everybody will know that. So there are different groups, like one placebo group is there, and then one test group is there, right? One control group will be there. So you randomize the subjects, right? So the person who is giving the drug or the molecule to the volunteers, they will not know that what they are receiving and what they are giving. That is because the samples are blinded. So that blinding whole thing is a part of packaging and labeling. Okay. Then you can become a part of the investigators. That is investigator initiated trials. You can be a part as a site staff. And then there are different training centers. Like you can join the training centers as a teacher or as a tutor who will teach the subject to the other students. Now comes the part which mostly people are interested, hierarchy and salaries. Okay. So this we are coming towards the end now. So here I just told you that there are different domains in clinical research, right? So like for example, clinical operations. Clinical operations means the people who actually do the clinical trials. They give the medicine, then they collect the samples. Okay. They export the samples to the lab where the testing needs to be done. Then they make the report. Okay. Sorry, just send the samples to the test. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Next is data management. Data management means whatever data is been collected. Like if I am enrolling 100 participants in my trial, then I get the blood samples baseline samples as well as after giving the drug. Then also we have to take the sample, right? So whatever samples are collected, the testing will be done in the laboratory. Then that laboratory will give us the results of those samples. So those results and all, they are managed by the data management. Okay, data management team. They will also have to see the randomization process. Then comes pharmacovigilance. That is, this department is a safety. They are the safety experts. They will do all the evaluation of the safety parameters which are there, which comes out of the study. Then comes medical writing. Medical writing involves the protocol writing and the report writing of the trial. Then biostatistics, again here, they will do the sample analysis. They will have to give the number of volunteers required, that is sample size, as well as they will also do the designing. They are also involved. In fact, they are very important members of the designing of the clinical trials. Then comes business development. If you are working in a CRO, you have to make sure that you visit the sponsor companies and convince them that they take your services, right? So here this business development team is important. Then of course quality assurance and regulatory affairs we mentioned, and then medical affairs. So medical affairs and medical writing are somewhat similar. They work hand in hand. Now in all these domains, you can see that it is starting from the bottom. It is starting from the clinical research associate, operator, analyst, right, executive, trainee, right? So all these are the lowest, you can say, the positions. Lowest as in the freshest positions. Then once you keep gaining experience and once you keep proving yourself, you can reach up to the clinical operation manager or the head of the data management, head of the pharmacovigilance. And there's a lot of things to learn here. Plus, with every increase in your position, you will get increase in the salaries also. So I have just taken this salary from Glassdoor. I have forgotten to mention the reference here. But this I have taken from Glassdoor, that is online, which is available. There they give the website which is available. They give the approximate annual salaries. This is for India. Okay, the people, Indian companies and people working in India. If you work for an MNC, then and if you go out of the country again, then the numbers may vary. And here again, this is not fixed. It depends on your capabilities. If you are good enough, you can reach to this position very fast. Okay. Then these are some of the examples of the companies which I would like to tell you. Like for example, sponsor companies. Sponsor companies means the companies which make that molecule or that drug. So these are the examples. Serum Institute, of course, is there. Then Johnson & Johnson, Biocon, GSK, AstraZeneca, Renbex. I'm just giving some of the examples, okay? These are not the only companies. These all such companies will make the molecule. They make the molecule in their own companies. Then sometimes they do the testing, they do the clinical trials by themselves, or they give the contract to the CROs. So such examples of CROs are DiagnoSearch, JSS Medical Research, Quintiles. Then there are a lot of Parexel, there are a lot of other CROs. Okay, I cannot mention all the CROs here, but I can tell you that in which cities the CROs are more. So in cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. These cities have the highest number of CROs in India. But it is not limited to these. Again, other cities are also emerging with new CROs. Now, how to search for vacancies? First of all, before searching for the vacancies, you have to obtain the qualifications. Qualifications doesn't mean PharmD or PharmD PB or PhD or MPharm, okay, or MD. It doesn't mean that qualification. This qualifications means along with your degrees, you also need to gain the certifications which are required for entering into any of these faculty which you are interested in. Okay. And along with getting the certification, you should have the knowledge of that particular field. So that is qualification, which I mean here. then after you feel that, okay, you have done enough qualification, you are enough qualified, after that you can find an internship. So finding an internship and then going to the job is pretty easier way, because if suppose I want to have a job in X company and I just apply there for my job, they may not have requirement, or they may have other better candidates, right? Who are more qualified than me, who are more experienced than me. So in that case, what is the option? I join that company as an intern. I do the training there for 6 months. Nowadays, students are asking for 3 months training, which is actually, I don't think that this 3 months training certificate will work anywhere. Minimum 6 months internship is I'm not saying required, but it is better if you do a 6 months internship. So I'll go in that X company as an intern. So as an intern, they are not liable to pay me anything, right? Plus, I'll be doing all their work. So be, it will be easier for me to get into that company as an intern. Once I get into that company, I have to prove myself in those 6 months. If I'm good, because in those 6 months, even the company will be teaching me, right? Even those members, the company employees will be teaching me stuff. So then they will think after 6 months that instead of hiring somebody else, why don't we hire her only? Because we have already taught her, we have already trained her, and she is good in her work. So why not? So this is an easy way to get into the company. Of course, 6 months you will have to work. You may, I'm not saying you will. Some companies do pay internship the stipend also, but still you can spare 6 months to get into a good company you want to get, right? Then other approach is participating in research projects while you are in college. So if you are still in college, you can participate in the research projects. Once you are good in your research project and your mentor or your guide has connection with the companies, they themselves will place you in good colleges, in good companies. This happened with my students also. So my students were really good when I was working as an academician. So they actually they have proven themselves. So then I was sure that, okay, if I place these students, they will do a great job, and they are doing a good job now, right? So this is a good approach. Then you have to first decide the size of the company for which you want to work. Sometimes we just aim of getting into a company which is very big, right? Like for example, Johnson and Johnson. It's a very big company, right? So I'm just giving an example. Okay, so here sometimes what happens, it is not very easy to get into such big companies. But if you target a smaller company, a small size company, it gets easier to get into the company. You go there, learn, prove yourself, grow with the company, and then after 5, 7 years, if you want to switch to a bigger company, it will be very easy for you. Okay. So from the day one, of course, if you get the job in the big firms, it is great. I'm not saying it is not possible. It is possible, but it is little difficult. I'm not demotivating you, but just giving you an option that what to do. You can join a smaller company, grow there, and then you switch. Okay? This is if you're not getting jobs in big companies. And this is second option I'm telling. Then you have to apply outside of job postings also. Like for example, sometimes what happens, you want to apply for CRA, for the position of CRA, but there are a lot of openings coming in RA, regulatory. Okay. So there what you can do, you can join that department, work for a year, make some good terms with your seniors, and then you request. And if you are good in your work, they will give you internal transfer. Okay. So you need to be open. You don't have to be stubborn about the job which you want. Then, of course, government job consideration is also a good one, good option. You can keep looking for the government job openings which keep coming in the newspapers or on their websites also. Like ICMR, they usually have openings. So I mean, when the new project comes to them. But again, the only challenge with these jobs are at a junior position when we apply, they don't give permanent profile sometimes. Okay, so you have to be clear with that. So 6 months they will hire, then for 6 months or 11 months you will be hired, and then if your contract doesn't get renewed, then of course then again you will become jobless. So before considering, you have to think through. Then you have to customize your resume. Okay, if you make one resume and if you give that resume for the position of CRA, for the position of regulatory person, for the position of preclinical lab, for the position of formulation scientist, it is not good. You have to customize. Sometimes if I am interested in formulation also, if I'm interested in preclinical also, and if I'm interested in clinical department also, in that case, I will, in that case, I'm going to send my resumes to all the three departments, right, in different companies. So if I make same resume and send it across, it will not be a customized one. So I have to customize my resume based on what requirement the company has. Okay. And then of course develop your soft skills also and improve your networking. So I think that is it. I have taken a lot of time. So this I think we will skip. This is just my small journey where I started from. I was a pure academician when I was working in Vapi in Gujarat. Then I came to Pune where I started as a clinical research associate. That is the lowest level of the clinical trial department. Okay, that is the junior most level. I started as CRA, then joined then worked in Seven Orange into hospital administration, then writing, medical writing. Then I again switched into academia, where where I started my research on vaccine development as well as on stem cells. And finally, now I'm working with Serum Institute. Here I'm doing the vaccine research and a part of clinical, scientific, and medical affairs. So every invention needs a mentor, and I am very lucky to have three mentors in my life, not just one. These other are my students who have worked with me. He is my Dr. Bonde. He is my stem cells mentor, and of course, he has given me a lot of teachings in personal life also. So that's it. If you have any queries, you can write to info@t1dm.org. And if somebody is interested in type 1 diabetes, then this is the website.
Yes,
Okay,
perfectly.
so success is
Yes.
coming to you if you are consistent and dedicated.
Thank you very
That's it.
much, Dr. Shivani. Thank you. And I would like to take the questions. If the people have some questions, guys, do you have any questions related to that? And yes, many people have started asking for feedback link. See, I will take 20 more minutes because I have to tell a very important, thing. Already, Dr. Shivani
I'm
has covered.
sorry, Dr. Ajit, to drag my session.
No,
Okay.
that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. We usually
Yeah.
run till 9:15 every day.
Okay.
So that's not a problem. So next 20 minutes I'll be taking on value addition. That is very important for all of you. Like what kind of value addition and what is value addition? You should add to your CVs and why it is necessary, why it is important. Okay. So what I can see the people who are asking for the feedback form, I don't think they are very much interested to learn more. So I'm sharing the feedback form, guys. Whoever wants to fill and leave, you're perfectly fine, your choice. Okay, I have shared in the YouTube as well. I have shared here also, but I'll be taking 30 more minutes, 20 more minutes, not 30 more minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then
There were some two direct questions. I have given the answers to them.
yes. So there is question, can we join in regulatory affairs without industrial validation department experience? I don't think it's needed. If you have the good skills, if you have MPharm or if you have done MPharm in regulatory affairs, or if you have done even after BPharm or PharmD, if you have done some courses in regulatory affairs, that's a wonderful thing to do. Okay, that's you don't
Yes.
need to go for it. Can you tell what skills should I develop during my MPharm pharmacology for getting job in clinical research? That's a direct question. I think you have answered already, Dr. Sivani. You want to take up this
Yeah,
question?
no, I just said yes. So yeah, there you have to develop the skills which are needed in toxicity. If you are a pharmacologist, then of course you can join CR as into the clinical trials department. Here you have to have the knowledge of the preclinical studies as well as clinical studies. And if certification is there, it helps more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And can reference to any company make easier to enter a company? Absolutely, yes. Reference is very, that is called job assistance. Okay, that is very important. Yes. And if we shift job roles like from CRA to regulatory affairs, will it be considered as fresher or it is experienced as CRA? I think if you are working in CRA, as I answered this question yesterday also, But today I would like to give this question, I would like to direct this question to Dr. Shivani. Dr. Shivani, would you like to answer this question?
Yeah, so here again it depends upon the number of years you have spent. Suppose if you want to switch the role at a senior position after like 5 7 years, then it is not considered as a fresher. But you are working as a CRA for just a year and then you want to shift, then of course it will be considered as a fresher. You have to give it some time, then you can switch if you want, then you will not be considered as a fresher.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Again, if it is, but this is true only for the CRA and RA thing. Okay, because they are like going parallel, hand in hand.
Absolutely. That's the important thing. See, yesterday also I told you guys that everything is clinical research. If you talk about medical writing, if you talk about pharmacovigilance, if you talk about regulatory affairs, if you talk about R&D as well, it is either preclinical research or clinical research. It comes under the research drug development. Okay. So if I just talk about clinical research has these multiple sections, multiple parts, where if you are, going for the clinical trials, you have to write the regulatory, documents, you have to go for the ethics committee, you have to go for CDSCO, you have to go for CTRI. Those everything, those all the approvals, regulatory approvals need, the regulatory documents, and that will be done by the regulatory team, regulatory affairs team. Okay. And if you are running the clinical trial, you need to write the protocol, you need to write all the documents, narrative reviews, you need to write, you need to write the publications, you need to report the clinical trial updates and clinical trial follow-ups. Those you need medical writing, right? And if you are working on the drug clinical trials, you definitely need to go for the pharmacovigilance, right? So all are interconnected, and it is all about how much you are interconnected and how much you are parallelly doing your job. So definitely working in clinical research or working in pharmacovigilance, all it counts. Okay, all it counts. How much it counts, that depends company to company, but your experience will be counted. If you work 3 years in clinical research and you are going to regulatory affairs, they will consider that experience. They will consider that experience. It's not like that you will be fresher there. Okay.
Yeah.
I think skills we have talked about already.
Hmm.
As finally intern, what skills can be worked for better and what is the someone has asked a very basic question, how we can enter to the clinical research. So yes, Dr. Shivani, how we can enter. So I think she has told about the CRC level jobs.
Yes, CRC is the first level which you can apply for. And as
Yes,
I told you, it is easier to apply in a CRO as compared to the sponsor companies
yes,
because
absolutely.
CROs keep having openings in their companies.
Yeah. So if you are having the PhD, or if you are having the MPharm, or if you are having the MSc clinical research or something, or if you are PharmD also, you can even join as CRA, clinical research assistant or clinical research associate. Okay. And if you are just, want to join in the hospital or in any company in the clinical trial project related, like into the ICMR also, into government jobs also, you can join as clinical research coordinator. Okay. We call it CRC. Minimum qualification, we have already talked about. Minimum qualification for CRC is either B.Pharm or PharmD. Doesn't matter. Okay,
Yeah.
MBBS, nursing, all the people can join the
For
CRC.
RA also somebody has asked if masters is required. So it is not required, not mandatory. If you get the opportunity, you can join. But
Yeah.
having a masters will actually help you when the growth comes, when the growth question comes after 5 years, when there are hierarchy, when you want to
Promotions.
go up the hierarchy, your qualification will matter.
Yeah, yes, qualification will work. Then work in the hierarchy when you are going for the promotions and all. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, it's very important. So, as I told you, even MPharm and PhD people can directly join as CRA, Clinical Research Associate, right? That those have better career options, better salary, and better job profile. Usually, when we apply for jobs, they're asking for experienced personnel for 1 year. So, where we'll get the job, how to enter enter other than through references. Western is a nice question. I'll come to that. My next 20-minute session is on that only. That is called value addition. It's not required to get the references, or it's not required to get the experience. That's why we need value addition. I'll come to that. So before that, I would like to thank Dr. Shivani for her wonderful time. She has spent almost 1 hour with us, and she has what we say, shared her experience with her, shared her skills with her, shared her journey with her. We are very thankful for that. And I think people, almost 300 people are there, 220 here and more than 50 in the YouTube. So they all got a wonderful and wonderful insights about that. It's a great thing. So guys, thank you very much, Shivani, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ajit. Thanks a lot.
Thank
And
you.
thank to all the students to listen to me patiently.
Thank you very much. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Okay, so guys, with that, I would like to, start. I'll not take much time, 15-20 minutes. That's all. Okay. So see, as we were talking about the clinical research, we have recently launched in the February second week only, we have launched this course. Just wanted to, show you. This is the executive 6-month executive diploma in clinical research and project management. And the title of this course is How to Become the Clinical Research Investigator. Yesterday, one of our fellow from dental science was asking, some courses relevant to them. So we have this course, How to Become a Clinical Research Investigator, professional certificate training course for medical and dental students and professionals. And not only that, PharmD students also can join, and clinical research aspirants from any pharmacy domain or medical domain can join this course. This is not only for medical and dental people, but we have made it focusing on those people, because see, what's the difference in normal clinical research diploma and this clinical research diploma is, this is what we say, this has more topics. Okay, why? Because we always consider MBBS people and BDS people, they are not into the research much. Okay, they are not into the research much, so they have to learn more, and they have to learn a little bit more about the investigation part as well. So we have included those specific topics. If you see the eligibility, everyone is eligible for that. Even the PharmD students are eligible for that. Even all the students of BHMS, BAMS, all are nursing, physician assistant, all are eligible for this course. It doesn't mean that if it is written for MBBS and BDS, it is for, but this is mainly focused for them. Okay, and if you look at the clinical, our course curriculum, from the introduction to clinical research to regulatory landscape in the clinical research, study protocol and design, informed consent process, good clinical practices guidelines, training and site setup, feasibility assessment, patient recruitment, retention, clinical trial operations, and then adverse event monitoring, and the data management, data documentation, budgeting, monitoring, auditing, inspections, everything related to the clinical trial. Everything related to the clinical trials and clinical studies you will get here. Even the budgeting and finance management, quality assurance, and clinical research ethics. And then we'll be talking about career pathways, financial assessment, and then there'll be the final assessment and certification. And a special module we have included on scientific writing and publication as well. Okay, so this is the 6-month program, and in that you will get the internship, major project, minor projects. There will be 2 hours class every week on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There will be assignments, there will be case studies, there will be guest lectures, and there are practical workshops. So course is supposed to start in mid-March. Okay, it is like March 2. No, we are having the orientation programs and all, but this course is supposed to start in mid-March. There are very limited seats, and many seats have already filled. Okay, because we have launched it last week, and the last date of registration is 23rd February. And online Zoom meetings, the classes will be, and internship will be online only, every Sunday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the course fees is just 5,000 rupees for this. Okay, guys. So if you are interested, you can join this course. You can check out our website, and you can join if you are interested. Okay. So, okay, now I'll come to the very important part. Now I will come to the very important part. Let me share this, and let me ask you some questions, because those questions are very, very important to discuss. Right, guys? So I am, going to talk about value addition. Okay, I'm going to talk about value addition. What is value addition, and what exactly is this? I hope you are able to see my screen. Are you able to see this OneNote? Okay. Yes, great, guys. Great. So I got these questions in last 2 days. Based on that only, I created, the value addition part. So as yesterday also, I started with B Farm and PharmD, keeping in the base, right? Keeping in the base, B Farm and PharmD, right? So first of all, what is value addition? Let me tell you. Okay, value addition. Okay, So value addition is nothing but, first of all, let me tell you how exactly this term has come. So the new education policies, NEP 2019 and 2020, has come up with something, skill development courses, right? It is mandatory for all the, colleges and all the, institutes and universities to add the skill development. Okay. Now, the thing is, why value addition is aligning with those NEPs, why the and how the value addition is aligning with the new education policies and how it is important for you. Now let me tell you, see, just now Vaishnavi has this question, or someone, I'm not sure the name, she has asked this very valid question, sir. If we are after B Farm or after PharmD, they require the experience or they require the reference to go to the industry for the interviews or for the job. Very valid question. And the people usually face this, people actually face this. Okay, so that's how and where exactly the value addition comes. What is value addition? Value addition is nothing but, like if you are doing B Farm, suppose, if you are doing B Farm or if you are doing PharmD, anything, I'll come to that one by one. So if you're doing B Farm, you are studying a syllabus almost 10 years old. The syllabus has not been changed for last 10 years or more than 10 years. D Farm syllabus, D Farm, I'm not talking about D Farm here. The diploma in pharmacy syllabus was changed after 31 years. Okay. In 2024, 31 years. The first, last time the syllabus was changed in 1993. And then the syllabus was changed in 2024. You understand what's the difference between 31 years? So the students were studying the same syllabus which was set in 1993. And in 30 years, how much the world and the our galaxy has been developed. We went to moon, we went to other Mars, we went to, and we have a lot of development. We got AI, we got Corona, we got thousands of the things. Thousands of the technologies have been developed since in last 30 years, right? And the students were still studying the syllabus which was set 30 years back. And there was no development, there was no additions, deletions, there was nothing, like we call it skills or getting up to date with industry or the latest updates. Okay, there was nothing like that. We were just learning the theories. See, in hospitals or in the colleges, in B Farm and PharmD, what we learn the same thing. PharmD syllabus has not been changed for last 17 years. You know that. The PharmD has started in 2008 in India, right? They brought PharmD in 2008, and since 2008, we did not change the syllabus of PharmD. For B Farm, it's almost 20 years, 14 or 15 years, since the syllabus has not been changed. So we are the students who are in B Farm or PharmD, they are learning the things which were set decades back. So if they want to update, because see, for you guys, if you are studying B Farm or PharmD, industry will not stop for you, right? Industry will not stop for you. And now industry has come to something called Pharma 5.0. Till last year, it was Pharma 4.0, right? So what is Pharma 4.0 or Pharma 5.0? Pharma 4.0 was going through the automation. I mean, all the process of manufacturing, R&D, analysis, development, and market. I mean, medical writing, whatever are the processes, clinical research in pharma industry, they were going through the automation. Things were going through the automation, and now automation with AI. Pharma 5.0 is automation with AI. Not only just automation, but automation with artificial intelligence. That is Pharma 5.0. But when this syllabus was, did you ever see any of your syllabus, any of your PharmD syllabus or any of your B Farm syllabus, did you ever see the term artificial intelligence? Did you ever see the Internet of Things, IoT? Did you ever see the VR or AR, augmented reality or virtual reality? Did you ever see? No, because those syllabuses are not updated at all. Guys, these 20 minutes are very important for you to understand what is value addition. See, you are not at all upgraded. So the colleges or institutes or universities are teaching whatever syllabus is set by the Pharmacy Council of India or the people when they brought the course to India. And it is, if you are going with the same course, I'll come back to Vaishnavi's question. If she is going with PharmD, just PharmD, plain PharmD internship, everything she has done, wonderfully she has done. Okay, with very high grade marks, she is the scholar, she has 85% marks, 90% marks, and she did a wonderful project. She published that project, everything is intact. Now she is going to the industry and she is asking for the job in, suppose, pharmacovigilance. Right. Suppose she is asking for the job in pharmacovigilance, but she has no knowledge of artificial intelligence. She has no knowledge of, automation of case studies, automation of case processing. She has no idea on automation of narrative writing. Or if she is going to medical writing, she doesn't know how to use Quiltboard. She doesn't know how to use, Chat GPT. She doesn't know how to use the softwares because she did not learn those things in the college or curriculum. Maybe she has learned some trainings and all, some 2 days workshop training. She has heard from the internet. She explored the internet. She knows about the term, but she doesn't know how to use. She doesn't know how to go for data analytics. She doesn't know what is CDM properly, how the CDM works in the industry. Because she was busy in learning and passing the course with 80% or 90% marks. Now here the value addition comes, guys. You are not at, what we say, you are not up to the point if you are just learning your syllabus. You need to go for value addition. And how the value addition will work? Value addition will work if you have to select your job of interest. Okay, I will say job of interest. Like, that, right? You want to become the clinical pharmacist. I'm going very basic. You are become the clinical pharmacist, right? You want to go to the pharmacovigilance. You want to go to the medical writing. You want to go to the data analytics, right? Anywhere. You have to choose your topic of interest, right? Or job of interest, what you want to do, how you want to go for, what you want to do and what exactly you want to go for in your future for your career, right? So if suppose she wants to go for clinical pharmacy, or she wants to become the clinical pharmacist in a private or government hospital, what's the scope there for clinical pharmacist? Nothing. Literally, she will get some 20 to 25,000, per month. She will get 20 to 25,000 per month, and after every year she will get 5,000 rupees promotion. If she is joining as a clinical pharmacist right now, she will become the chief clinical pharmacist or head of department in the next 5 years. After that, what? Being a PharmD, she will be the chief pharmacologist or whatever terms they are giving, or chief of pharmacy or chief of clinical pharmacy. What else she will get? Nothing. So what she has to do, if she wants to upgrade in her job, if she wants to upgrade in her salary, if she wants to get something more, what she have to do, being in I'm just telling about the clinical pharmacist now, how she can add the value. She either has to go for specialization. And those specializations, how she will get the specialization? She will get the specializations by special internships. Internship in clinical, internship in cardiology, internship in, cancer, internship in, pharmacotherapy, or internship in anything. She can go for fellowships. She can go for residency programs, right? She can go for residency program. She can go for BCPS. We were talking about yesterday, board certified pharmaceutical specialization, right? So if she wants to upgrade herself, she has to go through these, and then only she can grow in her career. Otherwise, there is no chance of growth. That is called value addition. If you are not adding the value to your CV, you are not adding the value to your current knowledge, you have no scope to grow further, right? That is called value addition. And she can go for MBA if she wants to shift from clinical pharmacy to medical administration. She can go for MSc medical administration. She can go for hospital management. She can go for pharma management, multiple things. So she can add the value to her CV, she can add value to her job, she can add value to her career. That is called value addition. That's why, if you want, now I'll come to the industry part. I mean, there are multiple types of value addition. Multiple types of value addition. See, suppose she wants to go for medical writing, or someone wants to go for medical writing. Okay, if somebody is having only B Farm and M Farm, suppose I'm telling you M Farm also, M Farm in suppose regulatory affairs. Okay, and somebody is B Farm plus 6 months medical writing diploma. I'm telling you, medical writing diploma. Okay, or 1 year medical writing diploma. She got the training, 1 year training or 6 month training in medical writing, or some 3 months certificate course in medical writing. Who will be chosen first? See, this guy A will be thinking, yaar, why this guy B got chosen for the job, not me? Because he or she has just plain B Farm, M Farm, has no knowledge of medical writing. He might have 1 or 2 publications as well, but the actual thing in medical writing is what is needed is skill. A skill means the types of medical writings. The B will know what are the types of medical writing, what are the types of job, what is the job profile, how to go for software use, how to go for artificial intelligence use, how to go for narrative writing, how to do the scientific writing, how to review the papers, how to this guy will know at least 20% of medical writing, but the guy A will not know anything. That is called value addition. Okay, so value addition can be done by anything, by doing a 3 month course, 4 months course, 6 months course, and any kind of diploma or certificate courses in any interested areas. Now I'll not take much time, but I'll tell you how to get it. Okay, how to get it. See, I always suggest the people. There are 5 to 6 universities associated with CliMed. I'm telling you guys, they conduct the all value-added courses from us. Okay, we conduct value-added courses in those universities. When they start value-added courses to their PharmD students or BPharm students? From the first year. From the first year. Okay, so I'm telling you, if you don't want to start from the first year itself, you start from the third year of your B Farm. So you will get third year and fourth year, right? Farm D, you start from fourth year, fifth year, sixth year internship. So one course you do in third year, one, you do second course here, 1, 2, 3. So whenever you are passing out the B Farm, you will have 2 other experiences and value addition certificates with you, and that knowledge will be with you. So right now you have 2 extra skills with you. Suppose you are interested in CDM and then you are interested in CR. You have 2 certificates, one in CDM, one in CR. So automatically your 50% chances are already increased to get a job. If not in this, then this, right? Your chances have been already increased to get the job, to crack the interview in any domain. Just change your CV, add your value addition there, and go for the interview. Right. So you will extra, you will be having 50% extra chances to go into the industry. And if you have, suppose, 3 courses, you are interested in CR, you also did PV, you also did medical writing, right? So you have 3 domains. Okay. Don't believe only on that I'll go to only A. You should always have option A, B, C, because it is very much disappointing after graduation if you don't get job. If you're going to the job after M Farm, B Farm, Farm D, if you're going for the job, it is very much disappointing if you don't get it in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year. I have seen the people are struggling for 3 years, 4 years after their degree, and they're not getting the jobs. So that's why the value addition work here. That's how the value addition work here, and you should go for the value addition from your starting point of time. Okay, keep 3 or 4 domains of select 3 or 4 domains, get some value addition, do some courses. Not only just certificates are important, but along with certificate, get some knowledge. See, if you are in third year B Farm, just go for 6 month course, right? Sundays classes will be there, or Fridays classes will be there, or 2 days in a week classes will be there, and after that you can easily get the certificate. You will get easily knowledge, and then you can go for the job interviews. That is easy way to get the job now. It will keep you updated in your area of interest, in the your job of interest, and it will keep you updated, and it will be easy to crack the interview and get into the industry. Okay, so I can just write some. You can do some courses in AI ML for pharma essentials. You can do some CDM, right? You can do some SAS programming. You can learn. These are the best programs right now, in the pharma industry. You can do PV, you can do, CR, you can do medical writing, you can do data analytics, right? Data analytics. You can do big data analytics. Lot of things are there. Okay, lot of things are there. You can do some fellowships, you can do some internships, lot of, you can add value by any mean. You can add value by any mean. Okay, attend some good conferences, attend some good webinar, seminar, learn. Okay, how much ever you can learn when you are studying. Okay, these things will give you a very higher chances of job, and it will get you the easy interview crack, and you don't have to worry about your future. So it is very important, guys. Okay, I'll not take much time now. It's I think I'm done with the things. Now you can ask me the question if you have any questions. It is very important. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask me the questions, guys. Sir, it can affect my university classes. Not at all. Usually, see, there are different institutions. We conduct the classes on weekends. Some conduct the self-paced courses, right? Usually, I'll not suggest you to go for self-paced courses, because self-paced courses, will make your mind like, okay, I'll complete the entire thing in one day and I'll get the certificate and done. Okay, that doesn't work at all. Okay, that doesn't work. That will not enhance in your knowledge. I'm very sure that will not enhance in your knowledge. Wherever you get live classes, offline in the weekend or online, guys, I'm telling you. And I think in last classes also I told somewhere in last days of, I mean, in yesterday or day before yesterday also I told. Now at this point of time, I am attending classes every day from 5 to 7 as a student. Now you can understand, I'm running this institute, I'm running the company, I'm running I'm working for ICMR as scientist. I'm quite, I feel I'm quite satisfied with my career right now, but still I am adding value to myself. I am learning bioinformatics. I have enrolled to the evening classes of bioinformatics degree, not degree, sorry, diploma. Okay, I'm learning bioinformatics now. Today was the class where we got scolded by our teacher. From 5 to 7 class was there on protein structuring. So this is, what your interest is, because we want to change the domain. Sometimes we want to add the domains to our things. I want to bring bioinformatics, so I should also know what is bioinformatics, and I can get the people on board. I can understand what are the softwares needed, what type of things we need in our CliMed if I want to start the bioinformatics, right? So I am learning bioinformatics now at this point of time, after running these two companies, after working for multiple research centers, running an AI company, and working for ICMR in the one of the best hospitals in India, Kasturba Medical College. Still, I am learning. So that gives you the wide angle to grow in the career. That is important. So that is value addition. You all should go for value addition. Okay. And I wanted really interested people to stay here, not all. 1-2 years after graduation is still a good time to start. No problem at all. Whenever you want, see, I have seen many people who try, see, I'll tell you one more thing, guys, here. Many people of my students only, they tell, sir, we want to try entrepreneurship after B Farm or after PharmD, or we want to try, something at our own. And is it possible to go to the industry later? Definitely, it is your life. You should give it try to your interest first. You should give it try to your passion first. And but estimate, but calculate the things. Okay, this is very important. Calculate the things. Okay, I will give time 1 or 2 years or 3 years of my life. I'll give it to this. And if I don't get succeed, I'll go back to the base. I'll start job and I'll focus on that. So it is wonderful. It is go for, it is okay to go for, some good vacations. I'm not telling just a job. You can go for 6 months vacation after that. Come up, make up your mind, and then come back. So that is good thing to do, guys. I'm telling you, that is good thing to do. Okay. And you can join us or join anyone. I'm not telling you, but add the value to your career, add the value to your CV. That is very important. Okay. Okay. Sir, do CliMed offers courses in CDM CR? Yes, and CDM CR, medical writing, pharmacovigilance, all the courses are open for admission right now. I'll write the, what we say, our website if you're interested. You can just visit. Don't look at the dates. If you want to register, just message to our company number, or you can message to me also. I'll guide you in that. Okay. How many seats are available for PhD chemistry students in Manipal University? Only one, and they have not taken any student for last 1 year. Okay, after Dr. Siddesh, Dr. Santanu has joined, and after Dr. Santanu, nobody is there. Okay, if you're interested, you can try. We have all the courses right now. As a final year PharmD intern, which will be good a value added course or a fellowship or residency program. Satvik, see, I cannot tell you what is right for you. You have to tell me what is your area of interest and where you want to go. You want to go to industry, you want to go to hospital, you want to work in community, you want to go abroad. Then only I can guide you more, right? If you want to go abroad, I'll tell you go for a course and then try pharmacy licensing exam, or try pharmacy licensing exam for Australia or Canada from India. If you want to go and settle there, if you want to work in clinical pharmacy in India, then do some fellowship or residency. If you want to go to the industry, then again you have to find the job of interest, and then you develop your value addition in that. So this is a very what we say, the broad question to answer. Okay. No, I don't know the reason for no recruitment. You should try. I think the Manipal PhD admissions will the admission form will open in April. You should try. So I'm going to finish my final year. Can I do these courses now? Absolutely, anytime. See, it is not like that you did not do in third year or fourth year, you cannot do now. Even people can join immediately after, see, not only the people who are students, the people who are in industry and they have not, they did not get a chance to do these courses, value additions, industries send them for trainings. Many industries, not many, all of the industries, almost all the industries, they conduct corporate training in their in-house corporate trainings. They send their employees, the beginners, for the training, such trainings and such courses. They send it. So anytime you can do. What will be the better option between CR and affairs? See, affairs is a part of CR only, but CR is like, if you want to go to typical CR, that is, CRC or clinical trials and all. But medical affairs have a, good chance of good salary, and that is super specialization of CR, right? I cannot give you the information about coaching centers because that will be a conflict of interest if I tell the names and everything. Go to the Google, guys. Go to the Google and find out the good one. Okay, find out the good one. I'm PharmD 60 student. Which government job can I apply for? If you are interested in clinical research, if you are interested in community research, go for ICMR portal. And there are multiple centers, there are multiple colleges, there are many projects in ICMR. Government job, the best government job for PharmDs can be, done through, first of all, IPC, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, 1, CDSU 2, and ICMR 3. And then you can check out other websites as well, like DST, DBT and all. You can check those things. Okay. Yes, you can leave the class. I've already shared the form. If you have filled the form, you can leave, guys. No problem at all. What are the remote career opportunities for PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry? I'm literally not sure about pharmaceutical chemistry. I can tell you, if you're interested in medical writing, that would be a good job profile for, all the pharmacy people. And medical writing, I'm telling you, pharmaceutical chemistry, as you mentioned, I have seen almost all the companies, they are struggling with the medical writers for pharmaceutical chemistry part, because they have to write the thesis, they have to publish the papers, they have to publish the scientific papers, they need the R&D reports, they need to create the R&D reports, and they lack the pharmaceutical chemistry people there, because nobody can write those papers. Nobody is excelled in such jobs. So if you are interested in medical writing, that is a remote job which you can pursue, and you can do, you can be a freelancer as well. So do companies care about where did we certification from? Yes, they do. They do. We have collaborated with GSK, Novartis, Kinaps, and all. We are collaborated with them, and they consider our certificates very much, and we are globally known. So those, there are the people, guys. I'm telling you, be aware of such things. Also, there are the people who are just running these self-paced courses, and no one knows them, but they are just there to earn the money. They charge 30,000, 40,000 for the courses. You will go, you will done, you will be, done with the course in 1 or 2 days only. You will get the certificate, and your 30,000 is gone. You will have at the end with you is just a paper, just a certificate, not the knowledge. Okay, so choose your things basically. Is there anything related to OBG residency program in Manipal or Manipal KMC? See, Manipal KMC for PharmDs right now is having only one fellowship for PharmDs, that is in infectious diseases. That's all. Otherwise, all Manipal has almost 35 fellowships. Okay, in all the departments, OBG, cardiology, everywhere. But those are for MBBS people. Okay, only one fellowship is there for PharmDs, that is in infectious disease. Okay. So, sir, to be in medical science license, does PharmD freshers need experience? No need, no need. You should be very good in therapeutics, very thorough with therapeutics. Therapeutics is very important, and medical license, again, you have to choose the subject. Which type of company you want to go? You want to go to the cardiovascular drugs, you want to go to the dermatological drugs, you want to go to the rheumatoid arthritis drugs. So choose one area and be, make yourself completely excelled in that pharmacotherapy, because pharmacotherapy is very, very important. Pharmacotherapy research and current research, these three things are the key elements to crack any interview or exam for medical science license, MSL. Okay. After PhD, what are the opportunities in clinical research and how much salary given? After PhDs in clinical research, first of all, you can go to medical writing. You can go to, clinical research as manager directly. You can go as a CRA. You can go as, clinical trial manager. Even there are multiple jobs. You can go to, it is completely based on your, subject or your topic of thesis, your topic of PhD. So which subject it belongs to. Okay. After BPharm, how to enter medical writing as a fresher, since they ask for experienced candidate? After BPharm, as I'm telling you, you can same as medical scribe. If you are having some value addition to that, if you have done some courses, that will be better. After BPharm directly, it is very, very tough because you don't know that. Okay, you don't know that. You don't know the skills, what skills are needed. You don't have the publication, everything. So it is very important to have some skills to that. Okay. Fellowships in infectious disease, Manipal is providing right now. Okay, after PhD, what are the opportunities we have told about? Can you tell more about medical writing? What do you want to more? What do you want to know more about medical writing? Please explain a little bit more. I did not receive the yesterday's attendance from Dr. Anum Sehzad. We are sharing the link only in the meeting or YouTube meeting. Okay, nowhere else. If you are there, I can help you. But if you left the meeting, we cannot share this in the groups, or we cannot share it in the personal chat box. It's not easy. Okay, I can take some questions from YouTube now. Mueja is asking, what are the some online certifications can we do help? I told this, I think. Can we get jobs in regulatory affairs and pharmacovigilance directly after completing BPharm with some value addition, with some certification courses, or with MPharm? Okay, some certificate courses are very important after BPharm. If you want a direct job in that, you should have some 6-month or 1-year training or certificate courses or diploma courses in regulatory affairs or pharmacovigilance, because these are super specializations. These are super specialized domains of clinical research. So in that you cannot go directly. Okay, you need some experience, and either that is experience in the industry, and for the industry you need some certifications or some kind of skills to get into. So that's why value addition is important here. BPharm can directly join the clinical research. Yes, definitely. They can get into the projects directly as a CRC. No problem at all. BPharm don't have to, I mean, if they want to choose a CRC, go as a CRC, they don't need any certifications also. They can just start as a CRC, and then they can excel into the clinical research, multiple domains and jobs. Okay. Is contract-based jobs are considered as experience for further job after contract completion? Yes, absolutely. Job is job, whether it's contract-based or without contract. It doesn't matter, Manasa Soumya. Whether there is course for statistics separately, of course, we have, we also have SPSS certification course. We have SAS programming course. So, we have data analytics. So anything, and we have AI ML in data analytics certification course and diploma. If you're interested, you can join any of the course. And, many of the institutions are providing that. We also provide that live classes for these courses. Okay. Now let me come back to the Zoom meeting and see what are the questions, and then in 10 and 5 minutes we can wind up, guys. Okay, we have to wind up also for today. No, for yesterday's I cannot give you the link, and even you will not get the link because that link is deactivated now. What exam does BPharm give in pharmaceutical companies? There are usually no exams. Okay, but if you're going for medical writing, pharmacovigilance, and certain jobs, they ask such, they have some kind of, questions or online exam only. That is not exactly exam. That is like, preliminary test to get into that domain. You have to clear that with certain marks, and then only they will call for interview. Before calling for interview, you have to, before going for the interview, they call you for certain what we say, the marks and certain exam. I will not say the exam, that is preliminary scrutiny exams, we can say them. Which is more oriented to clinical related practice, PhD in gastro or fellowship? I did not get your question. Which is more oriented to clinical related practice, PhD in gastro or fellowship? Both. PhD in gastro is completely PhD, I mean, in the gastroenterology only. And fellowship in gastro is also gastrology, gastroenterology and hepatology. What kind of questions can be asked in interview for clinical research? They will ask you about ICH, GSP. They will ask ICH, GCP. They will ask about protocol. They will ask about ethics approval. They will ask about ethical committees. They will ask you about how did you do the project. They will ask about the research methodologies, all the clinical research related data. And if you have done your project, they will ask you about your project. How did you do that? How did you get the submission, ethical submission? How did you register to the CTRI? A lot of things. There are many things included in that. So that you will come to know only if you have done your projects by yourself, if you have done your things by yourself, or if you have any kind of course with you. Can we go for medical writing after BPharm? Absolutely, you can go with certain things. Okay, guys. So with that, tomorrow again we have the complete session on medical writing, transparency medical writing and all. So you can definitely join tomorrow's session, and please write, please fill the form, and then only you go. Okay. Yes, Naveen Kumar, I just told we have the courses for statistics. Okay. So with that, guys, after BPharm, which course is best, whether MPharm or PharmD, and if you want to work abroad means which course? If you are going for abroad, if you are going abroad, then if you're going for pharmacy licensing exam, then PharmD is best. PharmD is best, I'm telling, in case if you want to go abroad to become clinical pharmacist, because there they really need the pharmacy practice and your skills in the hospital. So for that, PharmD is good. And if you are going for industry, then it is MPharm. You can go for MPharm as well. Okay. So guys, thank you very much. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good food. We'll see you in tomorrow's class. Okay. Tomorrow's we have someone from Germany as well. She will be talking about international scope. Take care, guys. Good night. Have a good night. Bye-bye.